Hi, everybody. It is a Thursday morning, and we continue to see a really quiet weather pattern. I want to start off with an update on the mountain. And if you look at this, your first thought is, wow, snow. But the fact of the matter is, up around Mount Hood, they've only been picking up an inch or two of snow each day at most for the last handful of days. And the pattern has been what you're seeing right now. I mean, right now it's 8:50 in the morning, government camp, 29 degrees, highway 26, a little snow going, some snow from some fresh snow showers overnight. But as we progress through the day, this temperature that's 29 now is going to get above freezing, and the pavement's going to become clean. And then afternoon traveling is going to be a piece of cake. We do expect some heightened snow shower activity up around Mount Hood overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And the snow level's decent, 2,500 to 3,000 feet. It's just been quite a while since you've had a big snowstorm. I don't see any big storms, valley or mountain, showing up on the weather models all the way through next week at this point. So, with that said, here's an update on what is back to being a declining snowpack Mount Hood site specific, where they measure the snowpack on Mount Hood, which again is just off of Timberline Road, 5,400 feet. If you stick a ruler through all of that or a yardstick, you're going to come up with 75 inches of snow on the ground. And if you melted all of that, you would come up with stored water of about 25 and a half inches, it looks like. This is as of this morning. That average for the Mount Hood site-specific snowpack is back down to 69% of normal. Now, remember, it was a slow start over the holidays. At one point, I think Christmas week, we were 29% of normal. And then the first part of January, we had some big snows come through. It was a good January overall. The snow level jumped up to 86, 87% of normal. Wow. But now we haven't had any big storms, and we've been melting off some of the snow. We're back down to 69% of normal. So we're certainly in the waiting mode and of being hopeful to get some decent storms in the coming weeks, but I don't see anything, as I mentioned, over the next 7 days or so. With that said, this weather pattern that we at this point continue to have has been producing some measurable rainfall with passing scattered showers each day. And if you look at the radar on the left here, we're seeing some scattered showers in the area right now, but certainly nothing organized and nothing that on average is going to be a tenth of an inch of rain or more. So generally less than that. Here's a closer look at what our weather setup is on the satellite picture with the surface fronts drawn in for you. A couple things I want to point out. Number one, the news is recovering for California, where they've had all the flooding rain. They've had some decent mountain snow. If you hadn't heard, Los Angeles, LAX, site specific, the first 6 days of February, the first 6 days, 8 inches of rain. You're thinking, wow, that would be a lot of moisture for any part of our country. Keep in mind, Portland in the month of December only had a little bit more than 8.5 inches of rain for, I say only, it was a really wet month. December was really wet for Portland. The entire 31 days, we had over 8.5 inches of rain. This is LA, and they picked up 8 inches in the first 6 days of the month of February. As of this morning, when I looked, all of the rivers that the Weather Service has been following were back in their banks. So the runoff issues are calming down. And their forecast calls for a few scattered showers today, a scattered shower chance tomorrow, but then a dry weekend. So they're really getting out of the woods. The closest weather system is this front that's pushed generally measurable rainfall of any note south of San Diego this morning. So that's good news for them. Now, for us, just a weak northwesterly flow pattern, a scattered shower today. Nothing really shows up on the surface maps up here. You can see this little ball of moisture right in here, which is actually pushes some warmer air trying to come in. That's going to be our increasing showers overnight into Friday morning. The more noticeable weather front back here weakens and comes in. At one point, this looked to be a Monday system. Now it's a Sunday system. So it looks to me like we're dry when we wake up Sunday morning, but then increasing chances of rain showers during the day into Sunday night. By the time the system gets to us, it's going to be fairly weak. And again, I keep repeating, there are no signs of any big storm systems out there over the next week or so coming our way. So this is the National Blended Model from the Weather Service, their future radar product. So this is 4 o'clock this afternoon. Shows in green a scattered shower threat, not much rain around. We'll get some sun breaks, be back up to 50, kind of what we've been doing lately. I'll play this into the night. Now, here we are at This will be after midnight, shortly after midnight tonight. Rain increasing here in the northwest corner of our state and up into southwest Washington. Here's the rain still picking up into early tomorrow morning. Now, this is around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Pretty wet up and down Western Oregon and up into southwest Washington. So if this is exactly true, we would say it's going to be a rainy morning. And then by the time we get to late morning into the noon hour, look how everything just kind of drops to the south and breaks up and goes away. And then as we go more and more into the afternoon, we actually potentially become completely dry, and we have a dry Friday evening with the rain systems pretty much out of here. Now, how much rain are we talking? These numbers are believable to me. This is the updated, again, national blended model. And they don't show big rain totals. They show basically anywhere between a tenth and at most 2/10 of an inch of rain. So less than a quarter of an inch up and down I-5, lesser amounts up into southwest Washington, similar amounts around 2/10 to a quarter at most along the coast. And then here are the Cascades. Notice how the rain kind of, see how it's a straight line? This is a weather model throwing moisture into the Cascades. Cascades are like a straight line, a rail, if you will. The system's not strong enough to bounce over the Cascades, so you get this kind of straight linear line where the moisture ends. And this shows about 2/10 of an inch. Snow levels are going to be favorable, 2,500 to 3,000 feet. So 2/10 of an inch of rain, you would think, well, the Mount Hood resorts have a good chance to pick up, and including Government Camp at pass level, 2 to 3 inches of snow later tonight into Friday morning, maybe as much as 3, 4, or 5 inches. So at least probably 2 to 3. Maybe it's a little bit more, but certainly no big snowstorm. This does bring some showery snow precipitation out over the Blue Mountains during tomorrow as well. And then, that's it. Then we don't have much in the way of measurable rainfall following that. The whole country is really pretty quiet. You can see the majority of the warnings down in California have been dropped. There's some lingering winter storm warnings for some decreasing snow showers over some of the mountain areas. I just checked some of I really love the Tahoe area. I checked some of the ski resorts, Heavenly Valley, South Lake Tahoe. They picked up 30 some inches of snow this week. So it's been a good week for them. Again, their snowpack's been off to a slow start as well. So any snow they can get in those mountains of California, very beneficial in terms of looking at the upcoming fire season and hoping to hold that off, right? So it's 9 o'clock this morning. Overall, our weather pattern continues to be quiet. Live cameras showing some nice sun in spots. There's a Channel House in Depot Bay, partly cloudy skies out in the gorge, Cathedral Ridge Winery, partly cloudy. Look at the Dundee Hills out in wine country, Domain Serene Winery. Boy, that's beautiful. Willamette Valley, some breaks. Not everybody. We've got some clouds up in Woodland. Notice Sun River has some fresh snow on the ground. They're going to be dry today with temperatures in Sun River. The resort village probably right around 40 degrees or maybe a couple degrees cooler than that. But it's a nice morning with some light fresh snow coverage on the ground. There's Indian Creek Golf Course out in the Hood River. Beautiful. Some sun breaks opening up in downtown Portland. So for the remainder of your day, a passing shower, light winds generally, sun breaks, and I mentioned a scattered shower. Early morning numbers, 42 in Portland, 41 in Salem, but we're going to be warming up. Here's the forecast for Salem, 49 today, a dry Saturday, Sunday rain chances increase. Notice if you go all the way into next Wednesday, most days are upper 40s to 50s for highs. That's exactly normal for this time of the year. Similar weather down in Eugene. Here's Bend. I mentioned Sun River is going to get up to about 39 or 40 today. This shows Bend actually becoming mostly sunny and 44. There's a chance of moisture tomorrow, but anything would be really light. Probably just some cloudiness on Friday from that system. It's going to bring increasing rain showers Friday morning here on the west side. Saturday's beautiful. If there's any travel issues over the Cascade Passes tomorrow morning, we would see improving conditions Friday afternoon. And then it's a completely dry weekend over in Central Oregon and dry into Monday as well with a high of 48 and overnight lows, dipping into the 20s to about freezing. Nothing unusual about any of that. And I know some of you watch these videos up in Seattle. So here's Seattle's forecast. They run a little bit cooler in Portland most days, 45 today, while Portland's getting up to about 50. Pretty quiet, slight shower chance. Tomorrow, remember, most of that rain hits Portland and drops to the south. So there's going to be very little moisture up in Seattle on Friday. And then Saturday's dry, partly sunny, 48. And then that same system, it's going to bring increasing rain chances to Portland Sunday during the day. Same thing for Seattle Sunday to Monday. But overall, it's really a quiet weather pattern. Here's my updated 7-day forecast for the Rose City. So far, every single day this month, we've hit 50. Yesterday, 52. Today, 50. Tomorrow, morning rain or maybe showers. We'll see. Trying to get at least a quarter of an inch of moisture. Don't know if we'll make it or not. Then it's dry Friday night, dry Saturday, dry Sunday night. I think it's dry Sunday morning. I may have to revisit this. When I did the relook at stuff overnight last night, it looked to me to be a dry Sunday morning, then increasing showers in the afternoon. But the timing may be speeding up on that. So at this point, dry Saturday, dry Sunday night, then Sunday, we'll see. It wouldn't be a lot of total rain. And then Monday, any rain chances in early in the morning. But then we've got just that typical showery weather continuing with not much total rainfall and fairly normal temperatures to mild for this time of the year, 48 Tuesday and 53 on Wednesday. So that is your update. Things are pretty quiet. One thing I did I skip over? I think I skipped over it, but I want to tell you the next chance that I see any significant storm systems showing up at all, look to be coming in maybe around February 18, 19, 20. That's a ways out, right? About 10 days out. That looks to be the next chance that we would see some significant weather, which we would need by then. We would need some good mountain snow, and it'd be time to pick up some February moisture at all. So that is your update for now.